And good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, a little bit late, and
I know,
it
I'm
was
sorry.
no, I was a little bit late. It was crazy, but
Oh,
I started to lose track of time. It was crazy. Um, I was, I mean, I've been here since 8:30, and I had everything ready, but at the last minute, I started to read some of the comments on some of those posts, and let me tell you, people are upset.
oh yeah. I
I,
just got
I
back from my 10-month-old baby is sick with an ear infection.
ah,
But
just
yeah,
got back.
the comments,
And
it's my dog wants to say hi,
who?
like your cat.
Oh, my cat. Let me. Oh, too cute. Let me say it was kind of trippy because I uh, I was seeing this post that the city of Brownsville had brought up in regards to a workshop for vendors, and I mean, people are pissed.
I
People
didn't
are
see that
pissed.
one.
Yeah, it's I didn't share it, but people are pissed. It's on the city of Brownsville website, and they're going like, "Pa qué?" It's like it's already a done deal, and give us back our money. And
Well,
I
that's
think
what
that
they're posting on the one that PUV posted about the tours.
what did they say? They said behind the scenes or something. Behind the
Yes,
scenes,
take a behind the scenes look at the, I guess, the power plants or something. Let me see.
yeah.
It's
And
too funny.
I went out there and said, "Yeah, it's there. Go out there and let us know behind the scenes on how the hell could we get our back damn money back." Good
I mean,
evening.
it's a lot of comments.
And I don't think a lot of them are a lot on the very positive side.
Not a single one.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, Eric. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, He-Man. Good evening, Hermosa, Chrissy. Good evening from Los Angeles. Shooter is actually in Los Angeles, and if I'm not mistaken, he is filming on an upcoming Star Wars movie or
Oh wow.
filming on an upcoming one of those spin-offs from Star Wars. Shooter, am I right? So it's kind of cool. We have someone
But he's
who's
from here,
yeah, he's from Brownsville, and
so he's
he's
only
up
over
in
there
Los.
while he shoots.
Yeah, he's in Los Angeles shooting. I think for this movie. I might be wrong, but I think
Wow.
it's just Mandalorian. Mandalorian. Hello, wow, Maggie looks younger. Thank you. It's actually me. The Mandalorian. He for the Mandalorian,
Wow.
and
That's
it's
awesome.
cool.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats, man. I really appreciate you putting up those pictures of the different movie scenes. That's really kind of awesome. So because it like yeah, you take us along with you for the ride, and it's pretty cool. So I'm excited for you, and very proud that we got someone here local that's out there, on a very very popular show. Have you seen The Mandalorian?
Wow. No, I'm not familiar.
You haven't seen
I'm
The
gonna have to look
Mandalorian?
into it. No.
Mandalorian uh, is where Baby Yoda comes out.
Oh, it's
You know
because I'm
Baby
not
Yoda.
into the Star Wars movies.
Um, well, I'm not. I mean, I've seen
Sorry.
all the Star Wars movies. I like Star Wars. I started to watch The Mandalorian, and it kind of dragged a little bit for me on the start, and I never got past. I don't think the third episode.
Don't they all drag?
A little bit. Some of them do. I'm more of a Star Trek watcher. I like Star Trek.
Mm,
Let me go into my
Not
Facebook
me.
page because I think I know what's went wrong with my Facebook page. Oh no, we're
What?
good. Let's start on Facebook.
Oh, how did your meeting go, or that thing you went to today?
The Republican thing.
Yeah.
Let me say
How
this.
did that go? Was it what you expected?
Uh, I went. Let me say that I got a message early in the morning to say, hey, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, was going to
Mm.
be in Brownsville, and you're invited to come. And I said, okay, I'll go because I was invited to go. And it was kind of like, it was cool. I got there. I said hi to some people that I knew. Actually, one of the first individuals that came up to me was Senator Eddie Lucio Jr. And hey, and I said, hey, how's it going, Senator? He's going, oh, good, good. Just getting ready for retirement. I said, well, and you enjoy that, sir. As and I think one of the things that came out of that is that a lot of people were like flipping because you know um, Senator Eddie Lucio is supporting the Republicans, and he served as a Democrat, for a long, long while. No, Jesse, I'm at the studio and not at the Hollywood. Love you, Papa. But so I think that it kind of threw some people off. We all kind of knew he was more on the Republican side anyway, with almost everything that he votes for. But the only way that he could continue to get elected down here was this, if he ran as a Democrat. And, there's a lot of people out there that, truly believed he was a Democrat. He wasn't. Everything that he voted on mostly was anti Democrat. But he was in office for
No,
like, what, 1,000 years or something, for a long,
ever.
long time. Yeah, for a long, long time. I mean, the guy's got like a little piece of highway named after him, I think, no?
Or is that the dad?
Is it that? I don't know.
I
No, no,
I
not
think
not
I always
the
thought it was a dad.
senator, no?
Oh yes, 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 him. Yes, yes.
Yeah, they know him, and also school and stuff, And it's kind of funny that a lot of people. So he was the first one that came up to me, and I thought, that was great. I had a quick little conversation, very nice. I then had a conversation
He was at an
actually
event
with
yesterday with Myra Flores. Sorry.
Dad Patrick or
No,
Senator
Lucio.
Lucio. Yeah, yeah, he's out there supporting all
Lucio.
he's out there supporting all the Republican candidates. Take into consideration that the individual that is running for his seat on the Democrat side, Morgan La Mantequilla, she's actually officing out of Eddie Lucio the Third's office. So
Um,
it's kind of like convoluted in a weird, weird way. And but again, she's just a title. I did see Eddie Lucia the Third there at a distance. He was there. I don't think he stayed there. I think he just went to take his dad or something, which is very, very nice of him. But I did see him there. I had a conversation with Pedro Cardenas. Pedro Cardenas's family
how did
owns
that go?
Weekend. It went well,
Right.
and I made mention. I said, he asked me. He goes, "Erasmo, what's the sentiment out there?" I said, "People are pissed, bro. People are pissed, and
I
they
think
want
he knows.
action. Yeah, yeah, and they want action. And well, maybe yes. This is my thing with a lot of these people, Kayla, that they think they know some, but they don't know to the extent that we know. And this is the reason,
Mm,
because and he's a friend of mine, Pedro Cardenas, and all these people. They are the Saint Joe crowd. This, we call them the Saint Joe
right.
Mafia. So
I think he graduated with Carlo.
yeah, Saint Joe's Carlos Saint Joe Mafia también.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you see, in regards to the Saint Joe people, they're not really that affected by everything that's going on with the utility bills and stuff because they are the individuals that are well to do. You know what I'm saying? And every so
Mm-hmm.
often you're going to find someone like Carlo who is very very passionate about the community that goes like, well, what the hell is going on? But
Oh yeah.
a lot of these people, they're not directly affected by the increase. And I've shared this a couple of times. You know, we're going to be okay. We're paying $300 more than we were used to, but we're going to be okay. My concern is for the people that are not going to be okay. And I think there's more of those people making sounds, making waves, and being upset and posting on these comments than there are St. Joe people, or the orange ticket holders. So, and that's what I told him, Pedro. I said, Pedro, people are upset to a greater extent than you probably can't even believe. He goes, yes, and that's what he goes. The issue is that right now we're finding that our hands are tied. And I said, well, that's a crock of crap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to go in it with him. I said, it's a crock of crap. Y'all have got to move the hand of the PUB board and make them take action against Prusiak. And at the minimum, that would be a good start. That would be like an olive branch to start off with, that they're doing
Mm-hmm.
something, because the schematics on how it looks right now, it looks horrible. You know, in my opinion, it just looks terrible. That
Well, yeah, because they've done nothing.
yeah, they know about it now. And what really bothers me, Kayla, is that I've known about it for years. You know, I've been screaming about it for years. So I've known for years. They've had to know, Kayla. You know,
I
even
believe so.
before, yeah, even before the audit, they've had to know that something was
Well,
not
because
right.
let me ask you, what brought the audit? Like, what made them want to do an audit? You would think that it was because they speculated something.
Well, I think a lot of it had to do with the promises that were made by a lot of these elected officials. It gets to a point that you get to a point where you've promised so much, you've got to deliver sometime, you know, or else people are going to hold your feet to the fire. And one of the things, and again, and I may sound self-serving. One of the good things about having this platform and being the king of all local social media is that our voice sounds a lot stronger than one individual
Hmm.
out there posting, on a crazy own page. It's just it carries a lot more weight, because one of the things that I noticed is that every time that we would mention stuff on the show, like the next day or that same day, they were responding. City Brownsville was responding, Trey Mendez was responding, PUB were responding, and it was like they were trying to put out the little flames. But it
Mm,
got to the point where people stopped believing them once they started to see their bills. People stopped
right.
believing, and then when the audit hit, it went to crap. It all went to crap, and now people will not take will not
Oh
take
no.
mediocre
Like I said
promises.
yesterday, if anything, they're starting to get momentum and getting more ballsy to really say what they feel and what they think. Because I think
Yeah,
there was and there may still be some people that are kind of scared, or they don't want to um
rock the boat.
get in it because of friends or whatever. But I think that's kind of going away.
Yeah. Well, I had a great conversation with him, and uh, I say, "Hey, bro, is the something?" He goes, "Well, the problem is that we can only remove. I can only remove one board member a year." And I said, "Well, that's why the charter has to change." You know, I mean, one of the things that really trips me out about a lot of these city officials is, that they're always trying to sell you their limitations. it's just excuses. Don't tell me about your limitations. Tell me what you're going to do about it. I mean, that's what you were elected for. And if you have to bring it up for a vote, bring it out for an open vote, an open call vote where
Hmm.
we're going to see what commissioners are going to vote in favor of removing every single UV board member, or who's going to defend their puppy on there, Um, and I'll parenthesis in there. I did hear from some individuals on the board, on the PUB board, and
Oh,
we're going to have a conversation with them, and I appreciate that too. I look. One of the things that I've always stated, I'll have conversations with anyone out there. Just want you to show me that something is being done, because I don't do the promises thing. I don't do you'll see it's coming, because I don't believe in the it's coming. I'm more of a just get it done. And the right thing for
hmm.
them to, and I told him this, the right thing that for them to have done was to place him on leave. They refused to. They refused to put him on leave. Now because they refused to, the only ones that we could go and demand something from are the individuals that we placed in office, and these are the city commissioners and the mayor. We have to unite as a community and demand that the PUB board take action. And if they refuse to take action, the consequences are to unanimously remove them from their seats, every single one of them, completely
Oh,
remove them. You know, let's
I'm down
wipe
for
that
that.
board clean. Yeah, wipe the board clean, and then start anew. Put new people in there that are going to get the job done. But part of the problem, Kayla, is it goes back to the people that are placed on this board. This is what happens when you put people on the board who owe favors to other people, who owe favors to other people, and then who owe favors to the same person that started off with. That's why nothing gets done. And that's
I
why
agree.
todos se tapan con la misma cobija. And again, it's like Jude Benavides is compromised. Jude Benavides sits on the PUB board. He has done work for Ambiotech. His wife works for Ambiotech, and they receive the third largest amount in regards to contracts at PUB. And
Isn't
and
Ambiotech the one that's doing that wiring thing too?
I'm not sure, maybe, uh, but think about this. Ambiotech is the third largest recipient of Tenasca monies, right?
Hmm.
I think it's 4 million, 5 million. Um, what other projects is Ambiotech receiving money from? This is just one. You know, what else is he receiving money from? Uh, you know, and again, it's
Yeah.
the same little machine. Carlos Marin, Ambiotech. It's always them. It's at the city, at the county, at the PUB, at GBEC, at BCIC. It's
Yeah,
always them.
they got their hands on everything.
Everything. And the guy sits on the PUB board. So I had my conversation with Pedro Cardenas. I said, bro, put it on the agenda so it could get voted on. And if we as a community have to vote on it to change the charter, just do it. We
Hmm.
will vote in favor of destroying this. Someone told me Chanclas is in on it too. Uh, I think Commissioner de las Chanclas has other issues that are going to be coming before the city commission that are not closely related to Tenasca, but might be. Alex, love you, Papa. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Alex? Let me say, guys, the conversation went well, but then they started to group up over there, the Republicans. So I made my way back, and I sat at the table. A lot of the people didn't know who I was, because I don't not into the know who. I don't know some individuals. It's kind of funny because uh, the individual that's running for state senator, Adam Hinojosa, had contacted me about having a conversation so he could understand what's going on with Tanasca. And I said, sure, man, let's meet up. And we were supposed to meet up for coffee, and we were supposed to meet up for lunch. He goes, oh, I have a meeting with the lieutenant governor at lunch. I said, oh, okay. I didn't even tell him that I was going, but it's funny because when I went back, he comes up and shakes everybody's hand. He didn't know who I was. But I think it's fun. It's funny because we were supposed to have lunch that day, and he
Wow.
said, and then he goes, "No, let's do coffee because I have the lunch with Lieutenant Governor." And I didn't tell him I was going to be there, so I said, "Okay," so, because I wanted to see, So I got there, and he shakes
His
everybody's
reaction.
hand. Yeah, and he shakes your hand. I go like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he shakes my hand. They even took a picture of it, which I thought was kind of funny, but didn't know that supposedly we were going to meet today. And he
So,
called me out. He called me afterwards, and he still didn't know. So we had a conversation. He goes, I'll come back and we'll have a sit down and talk about the Tanasca. I said, fine, man. And I said, hey, by the way, it was good meeting you today. And he goes, oh, he goes, it was kind of funny. He goes, oh, and now I see where the sign. Now I can connect the sign to you. Then it came to his mind that was me. I'm going like, well, yeah, but I thought it was funny. But I went
well,
and
I
I
mean, I'm
sat.
sure because they also meet so many people.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't upset. I just thought it was like kind of a laughing moment. So I sit down and I'm to myself and I'm all quiet. And a friend of mine, Kigacho, he's, yeah, Kigacho, I know that he was for hilarious. We'll get to the comments. I'm sorry. I'll finish my little story thing on the meeting, and then we'll go back and talk to politics. But it was funny because I sit down, I'm by myself, and a friend of mine who she works up in Harlingen with the Republican Party. She says, "I can't believe how quiet you are. You know, I can't believe how quiet you are. You're just to yourself." I said, "I am always." Always quiet, and this is what really trips a lot of people out. I'm a loner. I like my isolation. I like to be by myself. I don't I don't have conversations with a lot of people. Este,
I think that's why you and Carlo get along.
yeah, I'm definitely just an introvert, loner by myself. But once you start asking me stuff, no me callas el hocico. Because then they started to ask questions about the Tanasca thing, and I was, oh yeah, rah 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 rah. And then the guy that was next to her, he goes like, oh yeah, now I can see how he's not that quiet. But because when I'm passionate about something, you can't stop me. But I also had a conversation with Miss Fonseca. Miss Fonseca works Mayra Flores's campaign, and
Mm,
I will say we had a good conversation. Miss Fonseca and I had not had a good conversation at the start of the campaign for Mayra because we had it out here publicly. But again,
I
I'm
didn't
one of those.
know.
Yeah, it was interesting. But again, I'm one of those people that I could fight with you today and tomorrow I'm good. I had mollejas, of course. I love mollejas. Had a couple of mollejas, shared them with some guy that is in the Republican Party club or something here locally. He's the treasurer. I don't know his name, but shared him with him. He loved them. He ate all my mollejas because I don't eat much. And then I said, I'm out of here. So I did my pleasantries and I said goodbye to everyone. I said goodbye to Morgan Cisneros, bye to Dan Patrick, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Said goodbye. Thank you for the invite. And I worked my pretty self out and went to Devent and bought myself a brownie, a cookie, and some galletitas, some keto free cookies. The event has some great stuff, guys. This stuff. No, I'm not at the White House, Jesse Daniels. Let's go to the comments. So it was a cute little meeting. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, one of my friends, Minerva, she says, Erasmo, do you sing? And I said, horribly. She goes, no, because I hear you with a good morning, and you've got some. Yeah, I sing at
That's
church, and
the tune to your show. You had me
yeah,
doing it when I was with Frankie the other night.
I saw that part. But it's trippy because you know I sing at church, of course, and I sing at I used to sing at choir at Cummings and at Porter. Cold front is coming. Yeah, I hear that a lot.
It was supposed to come today, and it was so hot.
Yeah, it was hot. Uh, is it coming tonight? Is it coming tomorrow? I actually have a lot of winter clothes that I'm dying to wear.
I'm looking for
We'll see.
that. Sorry, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking for that one thing I mentioned,
Oh,
where I think
the comments?
no, me. I was thinking that Ambiotech was involved
Oh,
in something that's coming up, and I'm looking
sure.
it up.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's the word with the candidates running for BISD board? Do they agree with extending renewing subs contract? They remember they already extended the subs contract once before. I did have conversations with individuals that are in the buddy system with the superintendent and with Prisi and these folk, and they all seem to be a little and superintendent. They seem to be a little bit on the worried side. I will say that on the 19th, there is going to be a forum for the BISD candidates. I plan to attend just to give Drew Brown, Prissy Architectum some ulcers. That's what, how are you, my man? I'm doing good, Alex. Good to see you, Baba. Ashley from Brownsville. Finally. Another 8.7 Social Security boost in 2023. Yeah, that's great news. And it's not enough, but it's something. So great that our elderly are going to get a little bit more. Salúdame al Biden. I don't like the guy too much. So even if I was in
Yo te lo
Washington,
saludo.
D.C., Kayla will say hi. Well, I made mention of that this morning. I made mention about it this morning with how when you're I don't know you weren't on this morning, were you? No,
I wasn't,
you
but I
were.
did watch it. I went back to
Yeah,
look at it.
my thing with Filemon Bella. He shut the door with. I said that this morning, right? Shut the door with President
Yes,
Trump.
yes.
On the contrary, someone like
Hmm.
DeSantis, was very cordial and respectful to Joe Biden. And that's the way you have to be. Look, we could all hate
Hmm.
Biden all we want. I don't care for Biden. I don't think he should be president, but he is our president. And you got to respect the office, you got to respect the office.
Hmm.
And if the Joe Biden was going, I was invited to go hear Joe Biden speak, I'd be out there in New York second. Of course I would. It's the same thing that I did with Obama. I had the opportunity to go hear President Obama at UT campus. You better believe I was out there in line to go hear Obama, and let me tell you, a great orator, great speaker. Nothing compared to Joe Biden.
I think that was great that you said that because, like you said, it's about the respect. I mean, you can't deny that they are the ones in office at the moment. So,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
could disagree with their policies all you want. That is part of the democratic process.
except Trump.
You got to respect the position. Uh, Even President Trump,
Carlo would
getting
be like, nah.
he'd be cringing. Reading Hermosa Kenina Kenina. And also, did you hear they found lost teenager that went missing yesterday?
Oh,
Sadly, he
yes.
was dead.
Last night.
Yeah, we found out last night, Justin, and the news just reported it today, which is okay. I understand. Let me say, guys, uh, we when we put up these posts, we don't know if family members have been notified. They haven't been notified. We just don't know. Again, it was just news. It came out for anyone that's interested. It came out in the Corpus Christi newspaper. Their news story. It was a news story for Corpus Christi, guys. So I wasn't posting anything that was already not out there. That's where we got the bulk of the information. It's just it's a different type of dog where you got a Corpus Christi actual news station and local news media that ain't worth crap, because they were on it last night. You could go to that post and you'll find where people would put, putting up pictures of the helicopter and stuff that was had been
And it
doing a search for
happened
the.
here.
Yeah, it happened here in South Padre Island, Access 5. I've
And
been there
Corpus
recently.
had the full story. That's so crazy for our
It is,
news reporting.
well, yeah, it is crazy, but I think it is because the Coast Guard is stationed up in Corpus.
Mm.
So I think that's one of the reasons why it became news to them, because Coast Guard was out there searching for someone up here at South Padre Island. But again, it should have been news that our local media should have covered last night. And again, and I'm not bashing him for it. It's horrible
No.
news. But let me say this: even with horrible news, guys, it should bring some type of awareness to a lot of individuals out there. And again, my prayers go out to the family and to friends of this 17-year-old boy. I think his name is Albert Alberto. I can't remember. I have his full name. Actually, they sent me a picture of this young man, a beautiful young man. They sent me his picture. I did not post the picture out of respect. He worked at Whataburger, or used to work at Whataburger. And again, I didn't post the picture, but I knew who he was. The Port of Brownsville has a Coast Guard office. They might have a Coast Guard office. I don't know if they have helicopters there. You might, John White might have some more information on that. But again, I'm not exactly sure why Corpus Christi picked up on it. That's my guess, that they have some type of aerial support out there. Not sure. The PUB board insinuating factual discrepancies alludes to their reasoning for no action. It's so valid to wait and any issue out, hoping people forget. I think not only hoping people forget, it's them scrambling to
What?
put their stories together. You know, that's what bothers me.
Oh yeah.
Um,
They're
that
and
they're
they're buying them time. The people involved in the audit. It said that. It said that in their thing that they were gonna give them time to, I can't remember the words, but
well,
basically they're
think
buying
of
them
it.
time to come up with another lie.
Yeah, think of it as they were biding their time, pushing this Tanasca forward and forward and forward and forward when they knew it was dead. Their same tactics.
Yeah, I started reading the full report, and it states that like right in the beginning of the report.
I read the summary first and I was like shocked. When you read the 64-page report, it's crazy. You know,
I'm not done. I'm still reading it.
the verbiage there, the wording is just horrible. St. Joe seems to have a future goody shoe corrupted crap. Let me say, and I will say, it's not everyone at St. Joe. I love St. Joe.
Mm.
I go. My nephew and my niece go to St. Joe. I go to their basketball games. It's not all of St. Joe. It's just that little group out there. Look, Carlos St. Joe. He's okay. Well, most of the time,
He's
they did.
different.
Yeah, he did. They did know that they were stealing from all PUB customers, but and a big but, they didn't give a caca about the poor elderly who will have their light cut off. A Trevino must go to jail.
No,
Brugia.
because I think, like you said, they knew that you know there was a good small crowd that could handle paying it, which is probably their friends, and then so they didn't care about everybody else that can't.
Uh, it's just so disappointing, guys. It's so disappointing. And again, I am glad that more people are now aware of what we've known for a while. I'm glad. It's just
Mhm.
disappointing because I knew it was this bad. It's just, it's just so hard to see it in print, see
Yeah.
the facts. It's just so hard.
And you can't deny it, and the thing is that they want to deny it.
Yeah, there's very little they can deny. Brownsville, Texas needs new commissioners and new county judges. Yes, we'll be in Facebook
I
jail for the
agree.
while, but I'm behind you, Erasmo, all because of that Cassie Lopez girl with a dirty mouth. Oh well, I know. And look, God bless them. I think a lot of these kids, they want to come out and think that they could go out. It's like someone put up on one of my posts up there. They said, as much as I don't want to see these posts. I keep on seeing Erasmo's face everywhere. I don't want to see his face. And I went up there and said, like, bro, no batalles. Block the crap out of me, You'll never see me again.
Yes.
But it's like they're infatuated with me. Like, I hate him, but I don't want to let him go. Let me go, folks.
Like Trey, that's how he feels about you.
Yeah. Guys, if you
He's got
hate
a
me,
love-hate relationship for you.
yeah, yeah. And actually, I find that kind of sexy a little bit. But guys, if y'all hate me, let me go. Set me free. And if I come back, I was always yours. And if I don't, I never was. And trust me, I won't come back. You heard that one? Si lo amas, déjalo vivir.
Yes.
Si regresa, es que siempre fue tuyo. Si no, es que nunca lo
Tuyo.
fue. So, same thing, guys. Block the crap out of me. You'll never have to see one of my posts ever again. But you won't do that because you're secretly in love with me, which is I find kind of sexy too. Noque Trevino was coming out tonight, or is he still working? Your response to audit? Oh, he wasn't going to come out on the show. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure.
You were gonna
I don't
have
know where.
somebody else.
Oh, Ricardo Barrera, but he's doing a lot of legal work. So maybe next week. New people on board. It's their own people. Es la misma gata revolcada, or however that saying goes. La misma gata revolcada. That's the problem. This is why, Pepper and Patty, we don't only have to clear out all the boards and committees. We have to clear out the city commission, the county commission, swipe the slate clean. Let's start anew. I mean, how worse could it
Hmm.
get than what it is now? You know, it's like someone told me, they said, Asmo, your campaign slogan should be, can't get any worse with me than what it is now. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think that sounds like pretty cool. Tuesday's meeting is a chance for people to ask their district commissioners to act. Every district needs to be represented. I agree. People waiting for elected officials to go to jail won't happen. They need to be voted out of office. Then, when they have no power, their compadres will start turning on them. When when they go to jail. Um, Somewhat. Remember, Sylvia Atkinson was arrested in office. Armando Villalobos was arrested in office, right? Yeah. What's his name? Judge Limas was arrested while in office. I think Conrado Cantu had already been defeated when he got arrested, though. I'm not sure. Good evening, that's what keep fighting for what's right. It really sucks that our world evolves off of Democrat Republican parties. I'm independent, but this year I'm voting for candidates that are running as Republicans: Chuck Bay, Janie Lopez, Mayra, Erasmo Castro, Carlos Cascos, and I can't remember who else. Oh, Adam Hinojosa, who didn't know who I was today. Saquen a todos los ratas de today's party, city, PUB, BISD County, everyone. Someone asked me today, he said, you think that the BISD candidates are going to suffer? I go like, hell yeah. All the incumbents are going to suffer, and they should.
I hope so.
Someone told me Chanclas is in it on it too. Uh, Chanclas was on a lot of boards and committees. Again, I think one of the things that I heard that was coming up was there's been other complaints filed against Commissioner Roy Las Chanclas that are going to be discussed these upcoming weeks that don't look very pretty for Commissioner Las Chanclas. That's what I've heard. Again, not stating that that's a fact. We'll find out these coming weeks, but supposedly it's coming. What's the latest with BISD news? Right
I don't
now,
know.
they've been a little bit on the quiet side, and I think, and the reason, Debbie, that I think that they've been on the quiet side is because their elections are coming up. And let me tell you, I had a conversation with someone who's friends with the superintendent, and I said, "Look, the guy was out there, pushing for Prissy Rocatape, the incumbents, Prissy, uh, Drew, even, and for esta Denise, more for Denise than for Prissy. He was pushing for them, and that never happens. You never have a superintendent getting involved in the race." And the reason that he's pushing for him is because he's afraid that the other three are going to come in and ask him for his job,
I
which
hope
probably
they
will
do.
happen.
I don't like that guy.
Yeah, yeah. Todos se tapan con la misma cobija and someone farted. That's that's the comment that I saw that started laughing at. Drive by any school and you will see the same contractors working on the BISD buildings around town. That is correct. Comments, I know, I know, I know. I'm calling. Spill the frijoles. Good evening. Good evening, Joe Hermoso. Good evening. It's all a web of connections to steal from the public. Yeah. Que gacho. Which one? Come by for some beans. Ya mero salen. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. I am actually going to a movie after the show. I'm going to go see
You're gonna
Halloween.
go watch
Halloween.
Halloween? Ooh.
¿Y el
A
Roman
ver
dónde
qué tal
está?
está.
Ah, I'll talk about it tomorrow morning. Roman, I actually had a conversation with Roman today. He's doing okay. He's like one of the top wigs in the Republican Party. So say some prayers for the Republican Party. They'll need them. Got the taxes from the ranch. The well might be running dry after I pay them. Damn, bro. Does that mean we're going to water down our Halloween drinks? Halloween party drinks? Best not. I got my bill for my taxes here at the office. They want to tax my furniture,
What?
and yeah, it's kind of crazy because when you have a business, they try to tax your furniture and the stuff that's inside your office.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. The Tamarindos are pro Democrat. If she Tamarindos, if she
Demorratas.
admitted, yeah, for Beto kick off the show. Yeah, I don't do that. Uh,
Be
oh
nice,
no,
Debbie.
yeah, no wonder my back is killing me. Cold front on the way. Rain system north and south of us too. Damn. I mean, will it be cold tonight, guys? Will it be cold? I don't even know where the weather's at anymore. Oh, mine's are set for Paris. No, it's going down to 75, 69. Oh, it is. It's going to fall into the 60s. Maybe I should take my winter coat.
It's not
Oh,
that bad.
it's not that bad, but still, it'd be cool if I could use my heavy coats. Did all unions allow voting for the candidates of their choice? No, only AOBE supposedly and TVA. Stay tuned for another Atropolis production. We finished shooting video for Carlos Elizondo. Hey, congratulations! That's awesome. Trump 2024. Kayla's excited. Our good friend Sarah Stapleton will meet up with Ben Neese to discuss about PUB. Uh,
Why don't
Great,
you have Denise on the show?
Ben Neese. I'll ask him.
I mean, he seems to know and could share some good insight.
I think so too. The Port of Brownsville has a Coast Guard office. Yeah, I did not know that. Stalling. Yeah, I think that they're stalling. Erasmo, do you think the people upset about your post about missing student are the same ones that share TMZ posts about celebrity passing? It's just ridiculous. Let's see what he says Monday at the meeting. He has to say something. Chanclas? The Chicago Bears, Washington
But about
Redskins
that
football.
that report on that student that passed away, they shared it in the news last night, right at the very end before the news
Oh, did
ended.
they? Mm.
Yes, it was on there as like a breaking story. It had just came to them. It was literally right before the news ended for the
Channel 5?
night.
Channel 4.
And then you posted.
I don't remember. Chicago Bears,
So I
Washington
mean,
Redskins
what
football
I'm
game.
saying is people shouldn't be mad at you.
Well, I think a lot of people just try to find an excuse to be mad. It's still okay. Boring game. Rich people don't care about the poor; they care about themselves. Period. And good job. I signed the petition to oust the PUB CEO. Thank you so much. All those white collar thieves, and we don't even know what they look like. Yeah, it's kind of trippy because I think that a lot of folk had no knowledge in regards to the signs, um, the Langleys, the Stapleton, not the Stapletons, the Sampayos, the Benavides people on these boards. They have no idea who they are. I know them because I've been seeing
It's
them in
like
all these
that
boards and committees.
saying, devils in disguise.
It's the same people that have been on all these boards and committees before, except this new one, that handsome guy, Hugh Hefner or something. I can't remember his name, but he's on the board. I've never
Joseph
seen it.
Holman.
What is it?
I went to school with him.
What's his name?
Joseph
Who?
Holman.
Holman. Yeah,
Joseph.
huh?
Uh-huh.
He's a good looking guy.
Joseph. His first name is Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. No, I don't know why I call him Hugh Hefner,
He
but
graduated from Pace.
he's a good looking guy. Very good looking
Mm.
individual. I don't know him personally. Never
He's
seen him
very
before.
smart.
Oh, good. We need smart people on there. You should have done the right thing.
I was surprised to see him there. I didn't know he was a part of the PUB board.
Set me free. Why don't you just keep me good song hanging on? Don't know that one. That's what it's like a bag of grapes at HEB. You just gotta get some tempting. Kinky. I got your grapes right here. Set me free, why don't you? But you keep me hanging on. Now I've got it. Right? That's a song? Yeah, I got it. Over a peace pipe bong. I like that. Did I say that? Yes. You remember? I remember. Ah, ¿Quién es responsable de mantener el expressway limpio? Muchos pedazos de llanta y basura hasta en los pasos de desnivel. Es increíble lo sucio y la basura que hay. Es la responsabilidad de TxDOT, en Austin, Texas, limpiar y mantener bien cortadito, sacadito en los expressways. Con eso dicho, no le quita la responsabilidad a la ciudad de comunicarse con TxDOT. Be repeating releasing parody song Mayra Mentirosa by popular demand by the D groups. I just want the superintendent to have his salary rolled back and get rid of the micro superintendents. That would be a good start. Pura bola de sinvergüenzas, damn thieves, vote them all out. Yeah. It's kind of funny because someone posted on a yesterday, they posted about this guy that stole a ladder from a truck.
I
And
didn't see that.
yeah, so they posted it yesterday. I shared it this afternoon after they asked me if I would share it. I found the guy that stole it. We found the guy who stole the ladder. Isn't that crazy?
And did they get it back?
Well, they have the name of the person now, so they're going to talk to PD and go
Damn,
look for
you
the
have
guy.
good detectives.
Well, see, this is the power of the page, of the platform. It's not me. I don't wouldn't know who this individual was because I'm not out there socially. I really am to myself. Even when I go to the movies, Kayla, I go to the movies by myself. You know, because I am a loner. I sit at the movies. I make sure that I buy a chair where there's nobody around me, you know, and I sit by myself at the movies, go by myself to the movies because I'm just a quiet, lonely guy. So, I wouldn't find out about all this stuff. It's just people send me stuff. So it's not my stuff. We answered that one. The CEO. How can I get any worse? How can it get any worse? Yeah. Wish all of our board members would be required to live in Brownsville. If you're going to represent Brownsville for the state, to be ISD, have a good start. Superintendent needs to live in Brownsville too. He doesn't. So what else is new, Kayla?
Not much. I've had such a busy week. That's why I haven't been keeping up with some of the posting. Carlo's been gone this week, so I'm handling the house with the girls by myself. So it's tough.
Anda en La Chisca.
He's out on a motorcycle trip. Have you seen?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. And then La Chisca. That's what we call
Yeah.
bikes. La Chisca.
Ah, no sé el lenguaje de la raza.
El lingo. Yeah, it's some great pictures. I think he was going to Mount Medicine or something, or
Yeah, they're up in Arkansas.
yeah. But the name of the mountain is Mount Medicine.
I think so. I don't
That's
know.
crazy. I thought it might have been a typo, but
I haven't even talked to him much myself. Um, I haven't had time. And then he's been on the motorcycle, so
it's kind of
but
hard
he
to answer the
rode
phone.
from here all the way. He's from all the way over there.
That's
Oh, I
crazy.
found the thing that I was looking for. The
What
BTX fiber wire. Who's doing that?
that might be
Remember I was
ambient.
asking you at the beginning of the show?
Yeah, that Chisca or Virula.
The PUB is involved with that.
It might be. We need to dig into that. That's actually an interesting one.
Yeah, because
Haven't heard.
there's a lot of money.
Yeah, I haven't heard this one in a long time. La Virula. ¿Dónde está la Virula?
Uh,
La
are you a
Chisca.
writer, Mr. One?
I don't think so. Are you? I don't think you drive a Harley a bike, do you? Are you going to Mike Rodriguez's birthday party? He didn't invite me. Are you?
I don't know who
Are
that
you?
is.
Did you get invited, Claudia? Because I did not get invited. And Mike Rodriguez is a good friend of mine. Well, was a good friend of mine. Me caigo. Kaida, thanks for coming on.
Good night,
Guys,
guys.
have a great evening. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell you how the movie went. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless.
Bye.
Cancel. Cancel. I didn't answer. I didn't end the show.